My name is Marc Myers. I'm the author of the new book, Why Jazz Happened. Years after 1972 are a repertory period, and continues to be for the most part, but there's plenty of new jazz that's recorded and plenty of exciting jazz that's recorded. But the problem today for the jazz musician is that all music today is a visual experience. It's no longer just a sonic acoustic experience. It's a visual experience. And what rock was very good at early on is performance art. You know, the Rolling Stones understood performance art. The Beatles understood performance art, that there was a performance component that was necessary. Performance isn't really natural for jazz. Jazz musicians, for the most part, just appear on stage and they play and your ears hear it, but your eyes are pretty much looking at static forms playing music. For jazz to change the way it did so rapidly between 1942 and 1972, 10 distinct different styles, for jazz to resume that growth, for it to resume a constant rejuvenation of styles, to move forward in a maverick way, it's going to have to become a visual art as well. There's going to have to be some performance art value to what you're hearing so that you can see something and hear something at the same time. Now that can be as simple as something going on stage, but it could also be a light show. It could be any number of things. But today, you ignore the eyes at your own risk. The digital age also has raised the ante because album sales are almost non-existent today. Most of your major rock and pop artists don't make money on albums. They make their money on concert tours, big concert tours. So the jazz artist today, for the jazz artist to earn a living, to make all of this music worthwhile, is going to have to learn to somehow integrate performance art, the visual component, into what they're doing. Jazz happens between 1942 and 1972 because brilliant musicians come up with brilliant ideas and are given an opportunity to get those ideas documented and distributed to large enough numbers of people that it's consumed and appreciated. But without the opportunity, without the pressure to create new forms, and without the ability to get that information out, jazz as we know it would not exist. It's almost like inventing the telephone in the 14th century. You don't have the wires to connect homes. You don't have the ability to have communication, and most of the people there wouldn't be allowed to communicate. The governments in place wouldn't allow that to happen. So things that are invented are successful because they're invented at the exact right time, and they're allowed to flourish due to the opportunity that's presented. Another good example is the computer and shopping on the computer, for example. Prior to 2001, you could set up a site that sold anything, and it just would fail. And these companies failed over and over again. The single piece of technology that was needed that becomes available in 2001 that suddenly makes shopping and the internet a very valuable commodity in homes is the high-speed modem. It's the ability to go online and to be able to do things at a rapid pace. So for jazz, the opportunities that are created are capitalized on by the jazz musicians, and they're able to actually change styles for the time period to suit the different tastes and fashion, but they're able to do so only because opportunities come about that are external to jazz and give them that chance. For more information about my book, Why Jazz Happened, go to whyjazzhappened.com.